Do you find that, if both people, read the book, understand the love languages, and if they start to understand their partner's love language, even if that's not their primary love language, when they see their partner doing those things, does that help at all them feeling loved if they understand that is actually their partner's way of communicating love?
Do you mean they can come to accept love in another language that's not their own?
Yeah, well, I mean, not to the exclusion of not getting anything in their primary language, but help does it change anything for people who haven't felt like their partner loves them to understand, hey, they've been expressing it this way all this time. I just
Yeah.
didn't recognize it.
Yeah, yeah. For example, the lady who was complaining that we never talked, once she understood the love language concept, she could understand, oh, he has been loving me. All those things he was doing in his mind, he was loving me. I just didn't get it. And so she can emotionally begin to give him credit for that. In fact, I was speaking in a prison years ago, and I said, I'd like to try to explain to you why you either felt love or did not feel love growing up. And I shared the love languages in that context. And when we got to the Q&A, the young man stood up. I judged him to be about 30. And he said, I want to thank you for coming because for the first time in my life, today I understand that my mother loves me. He said, you gave those languages, and I knew my language was physical touch. My mother never hugged me. He said, the only hug I ever remember getting from my mother was the day I left for prison. He said, but you gave those other languages. And I realized my mom spoke acts of service. She was a single mom. She had 2 jobs. She kept food on the table. She washed my clothes. And he just rattled off all these things she did. And by this time he was crying. And he said, Mama loves me. Mama loves me. And I started crying. But see what happened there, when he realized that there were these different ways of love, he looked back and realized, oh yeah, Mama was speaking love to me. I just didn't get it because it wasn't my language. So yeah, it can be a healing experience. Yeah.